Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Design with Rusbe. Continuing with CSWA Practice Problems, today we'll work on questions 6.18 and 6.19. The reason I'm covering both questions in one video is that these questions are literally the same. If you look at these two questions, you will see that the only difference is difference between the value of two dimensions. So to be honest with you, I'm not really sure why authors put two simple and similar questions in this problem set, but instead of making two videos, I'm trying to cover both in one video. So let's start working on question 6.18. So in this question, unit of measurement is millimeter gram second. Like always, we need to ensure we're using the same unit of measurement in SolidWorks setting. Now, looking at this geometry, we have the top view, front view, and detail A. My preference is to focus on the front view. I'm going to make a 2D sketch of half of this geometry, and then after that, I will use revolve bus command to make the final geometry. So with this introduction, let's jump into SolidWorks and start modeling this part. In SolidWorks, first we need to check unit of measurement, and you can see that we have millimeter gram second, which is a correct unit of measurement. Now click on a sketch, and choose front plane. Because I want to use revolve bus command, let's click on line command and then use center line to make a symmetry line. Now click on line command, start from the origin of the geometry, go to right, go up, and make this geometry, and then going back to the starting point. According to detail A, we want this line and this line to be perpendicular, so from the relations I'm going to choose perpendicular. The distance between this point and bottom line should be 68 millimeter. The angle between this line and vertical line should be 4 degrees. The diameter of the bottom section should be 17 millimeters. So I click on this point, I click on this center line, and this should be 17 millimeter. According to the top view, the diameter of this section of the geometry should be 18 millimeter. That diameter is defined with the distance between this point and symmetric point. So this should be 18 millimeter. And now you can see that the geometry is kind of weird. In this case, let's grab this point and move it until it makes sense. Now you can see it makes more sense, okay? Final dimension that we need to add here is the dimension between this point and this point. According to detail A, distance between the highest point and this point should be 2 millimeter. And now you can see that we have a fully defined geometry. Now click on feature, click on revolve bus, and SolidWorks automatically detected the contour and axis of rotation. Now click on OK, and that's it. That's the final geometry for question 6.18. Now it's time to check the volume and make sure that this geometry is correct. Let's go back to the question and find the volume. In this question, you can see the volume here. The total volume is 10,337 cubic millimeters. Let's go back to SolidWorks model and check the volume. In SolidWorks, in order to check the volume, you can click on Evaluate and Mass Properties. And here you can see the volume. The total volume for this model is 10,336.7 cubic millimeters. If you round up this number, you're going to get exactly the same answer as shown in the question, which is showing our model is correct, and there's no problem with it. Okay, so that's a model that we need for question 6.18. Now, let's quickly take a look at question 6.19. In question 6.19, you can see some differences. First, the overall height here is 71 millimeter. Distance between the highest point and this point is 9 millimeter, and the top diameter should be 24 millimeter. So if we make all these changes to the dimensions, we should be able to find the correct answer. So let's go back to our model and make these changes. So here in this model, in order to adjust the dimensions, we can click on revolve one command and then click on edit the sketch. So basically all I want to do is to edit some dimensions. First of all, 68 millimeter. Let's change this dimension to 71. The top diameter of the geometry shouldn't be 18. In this question, it's going to be 24. So change it to 24. And distance between the highest point and this point should be 9 millimeter. And that's the final geometry that we need for question 6.19. Now, click on this arrow here, and that's the updated geometry. That's all we need. Now, it's time to check the volume and make sure that this model is correct. Let's go back to the question and find a volume. Final volume for question 6.19 is 11,704 cubic millimeters. Let's go back to SolidWorks and check the volume for our model. In SolidWorks, in order to check the volume, you can click on Evaluate and then Mass Properties. And here you can see the total volume. The total volume for our model is 11,703.7 cubic millimeters. If you round up this number, you're going to get exactly the same answer as shown in the question, which is showing this model is correct and there's no problem with it. Okay, that's it. That's a wrap for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comment about this video, please leave comments down below. Thanks again for watching. My name is Rusbe. Hope to see you again soon in the next videos.